Hello again, everybody. I created a new video with looking for milliliters per hour based on the dosage rate given to you. This content is covered if you're a 203 student. This content is covered in week 7. Okay. So first we're going to start with milliliters per hour based on the dosage rate. For this first one, it'll be the ones that is ordered per hour. Okay. So this is where sometimes you will calculate flow rate just based on how many milliliters per how much time. This is different. This is where you're looking for the flow rate and you're going to use the dosage rate that is provided and also the drug concentration, which is the medication that's in the bag. Okay. So for this first part, I will be working with these with dimensional analysis. So there's my pen. So you're going to look for milliliter per hour. You're going to start with something that says milliliter and then how much medicine is in that. This information is what they provide to you in the bag. And then this is how much medication per hour that the doctor has ordered him. Okay. Now, where it says medicine or med, that's could be a milligram, could be a microgram, could be a milli equivalent, could be units. It's any type of medicine. So this first part is the what's in the bag, and the second part is what's ordered in the dosage rate. So for the first one, what's ordered is 10 units of Humulin regular insulin per hour. And what you have on hand is 50 units of insulin in 150 milliliters. Calculate the milliliter per hour for the infusion pump. So you're looking for milliliters per hour. So you're going to start on top with something that says milliliter. And you can see that here's my milliliters. So I have 150 milliliters. And it's what I call its best friend is that 50 units because there are 50 units in that 150 milliliters. Okay. And then you're going to get rid of the units because you want hours on the bottom, but you currently have units. So you need to get rid of the units. And I have 10 units, and its best friend is per 1 hour. So to check yourself, I started with milliliters. Yes. I ended with hours. Yes. Everything else has to cancel. Straight across, divide. And I got 1500 over 50, which came out to 30 milliliters per hour. Okay, for the second one, what's ordered is 15 milliequivalents of that medicine in 1,000 milliliters of D5 half normal saline to be administered at a rate of 4 milliequivalents per hour. Calculate the milliliter per hour for the infusion pump. One thing to keep in mind for the numbers that are on top of each other, that per symbol is that fraction itself. So we're looking for milliliter per hour. So you start with something that says milliliter, and that's that 1,000 milliliters. And its best friend is that 15 milliequivalents because that's what's in the bag. But you don't want milliequivalents, you want hours. So you have to get rid of the milliequivalents. So you go back into problem, find something that says milliequivalent, which is the 4. And there's 4 milliequivalents ordered per hour. I started with milliliters, ended with hours. Everything else cancels. And then I got 4,000 over 15, which gave me 266.6. But at Hondros, we're going to round to the whole number. It's one of the rounding rules. So 267 milliliters per hour. Okay. So for the next one, now we're going to work them where the dosage is per minute. These were where the dosage was per hour. Okay, so we're going to add another step, and this is how you would set it up. So again, this is where certain medications are administered per minute, but of course you have to set the pump per 2 milliliter per hour. So you're looking for milliliter per hour. So you start with milliliters and how much medication is in there. Again, that's the IV bag. And then this is what's ordered, how much medication per minute that doctor orders him. And this last step is where you're going to convert those minutes to an hour. And that's the conversion factor that you all know of 1 hour is 60 minutes. Okay. So for this problem, what's ordered is this medicine, 11 milligrams per minute. You have on hand 5,000 milligrams in 500 milliliters. What will be the flow rate for the infusion pump? So we're looking for milliliter per hour. So you start with something that says milliliter, and that's right here, 500 milliliters. And its best friend is how much medicine is there, and that's the 5,000 milligrams. But I don't want milligrams, so I have to cancel the milligrams. So you just look up here for something else that says milligram, and that's the 11 milligrams per 1 minute. But of course, you have to set the pump per hour. So you're going to multiply by 60 minutes is 1 hour. Started with milliliters, ended with hours. Everything else cancels. Straight across, divide. So the bottom number is 50,000, 5,000, sorry. Then you multiply 500 times 60, and that should give you 30,000. Then you divide, and I got 66 mLs per hour. I don't know if that went on forever. No, I can't. Let's see. But 30,000 divided by 5,000. Oh, I got it wrong. I'm sorry, 6 milliliters per hour. I knew it didn't look right. Let me double check one more time. 500. Uh, oh no, I did get 66. What did I miss? Oh, I forgot to multiply by my 11. Apologies. I know what I did wrong. The top number is wrong. My apologies. We'll fix that real quick. This one. I forgot to multiply with that 11. And so I got, let's double check, 500 times 11 times 60. Yep, that was where I went off. So I got 330,000. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4 divided by 5,000. And I got 66 even. My apologies. Okay. Okay, I have a couple more, about three more. If you feel comfortable, I would recommend you work them and then maybe pause and check your answer. So we have 5,500 milligrams in that 500 milliliters at running at a rate of 15.5 milligrams per minute. Determine the flow rate for the infusion pump and round to the 10th. So you're looking for a milliliter per hour. So the milliliter is the 500 milliliters. And that 5,500 milligrams is in those 500 milliliters. But we don't want milligrams, so we have to cancel. And so I have 15.5 milligrams per 1 minute, but you have to set the pump per hour. So I'm going to multiply by 60 minutes is 1 hour. Straight across the top, straight across the bottom. My top number is 345,000. And then you're going to divide and round it to the 10th. I got 62.7 milliliters per hour. And it's only rounded to the 10th because it said so. Okay. So for the next one, find the flow rate milliliters an hour. What's ordered is 2 microgram per minute. What you have on hand is 1 milligram in 500 milliliters. You do notice that the milligram and the microgram don't match. It is up to you when you want to convert it or which one you want to convert. It mathematically doesn't matter. Personally, I do it right now because I know that this is microgram and this is milligram, so I always prefer to multiply. So I'm going to change this milligram to a microgram. So 1 times 1,000 gives you 1,000 micrograms in that 500 milliliters. You can either choose to do this here or later on. It's up to you. So I'm looking for milliliter per hour. So my milliliter is this 500 milliliters. And its best friend is that 1,000 micrograms because we converted it. And I have to get rid of the micrograms, which is the 2 micrograms, and that is per 1 minute. But again, I don't want minutes because it's for the pump, so I'm going to multiply by 60 minutes over 1 hour. Double check by canceling. Got 1,000 on the bottom. Oh, and I converted the other way. So again, it doesn't matter which way you convert. I converted it the other way on my paper. And then I got 60,000 divided by 1,000 gives you 60 milliliters per hour. Okay, two more. So what's ordered is 10 micrograms per minute. What you have on hand is 25 milligrams and 250 milliliters. Calculate the milliliters per hour. They don't match. Make them whichever one you want to change. Again, I always prefer to multiply. So I'm going to convert these milligrams into the micrograms. So I'm going to multiply by 1,000, which then gives me 25,000 micrograms in that 250 milliliters. Since I converted, I don't need this anymore because it's already taken care of here. So I'm looking for a milliliter per hour. So the milliliters again, I already converted them. So that's that 250 milliliters. Its best friend or the medicine in that bag is that 25,000 micrograms. But I don't want micrograms, I want per hour. So I look for more micrograms. So 10 micrograms per 1 minute. But I have to set the pump per hour. So times 60 minutes over 1 hour. Double check. I know the bottom would be 25,000. 250 times 10 times 60 gives me 150,000 divided by 25,000. And I got six. Double checking. 6 milliliters per hour. Okay, last one. So what's ordered is 3 milligrams per minute. On hand, you have 1 gram and 250 milliliters, and you got to set the pump to milliliter per hour. Again, the units don't match. Convert whichever one you want to, but I'm going to go ahead and convert the gram to a milligram. So gram to milligram is times 1,000. Oops, which gives me, apologies, 1,000 milligrams in 250 milliliters. Since we used that, we changed it. You don't need this anymore. So you're going to look for a milliliter per hour. So the milliliter is this 250. And there is 1,000 milligrams in that 250 milliliters. But you don't want milligrams. You want to multiply them or get rid of them. So there's 3 milligrams per 1 minute. But you have to set the pump per hour. So times 60 minutes over 1 hour. Uh, so I get 1,000 on the bottom. We'll check. 250 times 3 times 60. And I got 45,000 divided by 1,000, which would give you 45 milliliters per hour. Okay, I hope that helped. My next video I will be working on, hopefully get it done soon, would be where it's milligram per kilogram per minute, the more advanced IV calculations. So I hope everybody found it helpful, and I hope you have a great day.